You still have to likely.
It's trying to jump back in. It's not the quickest thing.
So that thing I just shared has to read.
Said error again.
Technology, man.
I started it back up.
Oh, I have to share the new link.
It's still giving me the same thing though.
It's an error.
Yep.
See if they can comment.
I don't think we changed anything where we couldn't do comments or whatever.
Could be that I'm logged in and you're logged in the same name.
It shouldn't be. Shouldn't matter.
You switch to a different account. Yeah, I'm getting messages that people say it doesn't work.
Can they hear us though?
I think they can hear us. They just can't message in the chat.
That sucks.
Did you close the window and open a new one? Like completely close YouTube?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Oh, the issue of not preparing early.
What is how is this our fault? Wow. Good job, YouTube. Must be down. Got to be. All right. Well, while we're looking at that, folks.
All right, sorry guys. If you guys can comment, maybe that would work. As for the chat, yeah, I think this is an error.
Yeah, I think there's an error going on or something. But welcome.
All right, so let's just get started anyways. If you guys just want to leave comments, then we can try to go back and read those. We'll figure it out. So let's go with the first thing. Those who practice at Legends, so the layout was kind of wrong. I think there was a couple of bunkers were on the right grid. Some of the bunkers a little wider. We will be adjusting them Saturday morning to make sure they're all correct. So sorry that, those who did play the layout that had plans, just get ready to walk the field again. That's the best bet.
Yeah.
And then anybody have any questions about that in the comments? If not, you can message us directly on our Facebook page or Instagram. Yeah, those who know those what they are. It's just Houston Texas Paintball Series on Facebook, and I think it's Houston Texas Paintball, right?
Yep.
On Instagram.
Yep. So, yes, again, we apologize. We just want to make sure that the field will be correct before the layout, before we actually have the event. So that'll get corrected. Mm-hmm. And again, like we say, you'll have that like hour and 15 minutes, hour to kind of rewalk the field in the morning. I'm pretty sure things aren't going to move super drastically, but of course, you just like any field, you want to rewalk it, make sure it's correct, and you those lanes and stuff are still there.
Oh, yeah. So that gives you a chance to understand that what walking the field is really important. Every field is different on the grids and stuff like that. So we just make sure people get that chance to actually play the layout the way it's supposed to be drawn out. Moving on, let's go to the rules.
Doing the rules. So before we get started or too deep into the rules, so I do want to acknowledge about the whole COVID situation, because I did get some questions about it. So we are still offering the live stream this weekend. I'm not gonna say don't show up. I'm just saying don't bring your grandma too.
Yeah,
Right?
just
We
don't
don't
bring a
want
lot of people because if we get too many people, we still could get shut down. Uh,
exactly. Exactly.
so don't bring unnecessary people. Like bring your staff, bring your players.
Bring your staff, your players, yes.
Uh, the extra players, some if we get to a certain amount of players, we might have to ask a few people to leave. That's not part of the playing the event or the staff. So we make sure we don't get the event shut down at all. That's the most important thing. Bring your mask. Make sure you guys wear your mask and hand sanitizer if you need to.
I'm gonna go buy a
But
big Costco. I think they got some. We should be good.
yeah.
Yes, that's
So let's go with paint first before we get deep into rules. Paint
okay.
is going to be 55 cash discount. So if you bring cash, $55. If you want to use your credit card, it's $60. So that
Yep.
helps. So if you guys want the discount, bring cash. I know COVID's still a thing. So those who don't want to touch cash, we are offering the credit cards. It's $60 if you use your credit card.
Yep.
Any questions on that?
I don't know how they're gonna ask us, but yeah, any questions on that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, messages on our Facebook, Instagram, comment below. I think is comments locked. I don't know if you can comment this.
I think YouTube actually is having an outage, but I can't confirm.
No, I think our comments always were locked or something like that. Well,
No,
anyways,
because they were getting live chats and stuff before,
no, not live chats. I'm talking about comments. You can
but the
comment
live
there.
chat's not working.
I know that. I'm explaining with the comments. You can still comment.
So moving on.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't paid for your IDs, I would suggest highly that you pay for them early. There luckily is only a few people who do not have their profile picture uploaded. So that's good, but it's always better to have everything prepared earlier. I think there's one team, I'm not gonna say names, but nobody's paid for their ID. So we don't want you to miss any points or anything like that because of that situation. So ensure that that's all taken care of ahead of time. Staff IDs will be there and everything should be good at that point, right?
Yeah.
So anything else on that, Richie, before we jump into rules?
I think that's it right now. Yeah. So
Okay.
the ID is important. We can move forward.
Okay. So D55 man, just in case we have any new players or any questions, we just want to make sure everything's explained to you as much as possible, right? So D55 man Saturday. So your roster can consist of a maximum of 10 people. And that also includes a maximum of 8 players. So you can have your maximum of 8 players with 2 staff. That's 10, of course. You can have 5 and 5 in that kind of situation. But that is the max you can have on the roster. So 10 people total, 8 players total as a max. Everything else is pretty much the same other than the format itself, which we'll go into. So 300 feet per second for the speed of the gun, 10.5 balls per second. Either Millennium, NXL they're all the same mode, but 10.5 balls per second. So make sure that that's taken care of. We will be checking guns at the gate as you come in and things of that nature. So if your gun's not right, you probably want to make sure that gets taken care of early.
So the reason why that is going to be a big thing, last event, a couple events, people are shooting higher rates of fire because their gun went to semi or something like that. So that's going to tell you, like, right when you get to the gate, you shoot your gun, they're shooting too fast, you should have a backup gun ready to bring to the gate so you can switch guns real quick so you don't get penalized for that penalty.
Yep.
So if that definitely wants to help the players. So, corner your gun. Of course, we want safety. We don't want guns shooting over 300 feet per second because that's going to leave a bruise or hurt some people if so on and so forth. So we will be checking rate of fires. So just get ready to ramp your guns when you first step on the field, and then that's it. So should be everything for D5. So D4 is Sunday.
No.
Okay.
One second. So just so that make sure nobody's confused about the format, right? So in prelims, you will be doing a round robin format. So you will play every player or every team. So we have 14 teams right now signed up and paid. So you will play a maximum of 10 teams. That puts you at not playing like 3 other teams. So there are 3 teams you won't play that day. The schedule is up so you can see who you're playing and at what times. We fully expect to be early. So make sure that you're ready to go. And of course, we have the screen and we'll be calling teams up and stuff like that. But make sure you're up for that. And then once we go into the playoff session, it will be a race to 2 format. So the first, you'll play a team until you reach 2 points, right? In all instances throughout the day, if there is a tie for any reason, but nobody hit the buzzer or there's a dirty hang or something of that nature, we will resolve that tie with a one-on-one. So just so that we're clear on that, you can go ahead with D4, Richie.
All right, so D4 is actually X-Ball. It's not the round robin or anything. You'll be 2 brackets since there's 8 teams. So you'll be playing 3 teams within your bracket. And then it's 10-minute points. The game will play until the time runs out. So you can score as many points as you want until that 10 minutes is up. If you have a 5-point mercy rule above that, so say if a team has 1 point and you have 6, you beat them with 5 points. Mercy rule will stop the clock on. That's the only time the clock will stop. So you can pretty much dunk on a team if you want to stand, show that you're the team to be wrecked with, or stuff like that. If you want to show how good you are on the live stream, try to start dunking on teams. And then talking about, so those who have played X-Ball is pretty much 5 people on the box on each side. There's a buzzer on each start box. Your job is to either eliminate all the players and hit the buzzer, or just hit the buzzer on the opposing start box. And that's how he scores you a point. Course is minors and majors. So those who want to play in the gray area, you can get a major. Just let you guys know that. If you guys get away with cheating and we don't catch it, you don't catch it. But if you get caught and you want to argue it, there's going to be 3 ultimate refs. I'm 1, Dave's 1, and then 1 on the field. What we say goes. If you want to sit there and argue, we'll talk to you for like 2 minutes. And then if your case doesn't make sense, we're just going to go, the call's been made, and that's it.
Yep.
So it's split deck. So there'll be two sets of team playing. So you'll play your point. You'll get off the field. The other team gets. You have 45 seconds or 50 seconds to get your pods. So you need a pod runner, and then the other team has that much time to get on the start box, and the game will start. And then after that game, you just reverse back to that 45 seconds to 50 seconds to get your pods and get on the field. So the breaks can be quick depending how fast the point is. So a point can be 30 seconds. Just make sure you get on the field, fill out your paint, and get ready to play until your time's up.
Yep.
Anything I'm missing for Expo?
Same rules apply, right? 300 feet per second, 10.5 balls per second, same thing. I don't think you went over rosters. So there's a maximum of 17 people in X-Ball for a roster. And that includes a maximum of 12 players. So you can adjust how many players and staff that you have for that, but a maximum of 17 people per player. So one thing that I did want to go over, we actually sent out an email to all the captains with this information that we're saying. So one, make sure you got the right email so that you get that information. But somebody asked me about protected colors, right? So our protected colors are, of course, yellow and orange. Small amounts of those colors are fine. We just don't want some neon yellow color and then we can't tell if you get hit kind of situation, right? If you've got a speck of orange here and a splash of yellow somewhere kind of situation, that's fine, but fully expect for referees to kind of come check you when you make a move, even if it doesn't seem like you got hit. They're just looking at that color. That's what they're trained to look at. They see a splash and they're going to come check you, right? So that's the only thing that comes as a caveat to that. But other than that, hashtag dope jerseys.
Let's talk about D4 showing up on time. We will start games without you. You guys know better if you play D4.
Yep.
Show up on time, register your team, get checked in, grab your paint, and get ready because it's going to start. If your team, half your team doesn't show up and sign in, you're playing with the whole squad. That's on you. You guys been playing long enough to understand. We won't be holding D4's hand because we're trying to get you guys ready for NXLs.
Yep. So something with that, right? Both days, gates open at 6:30. Registration opens at 6:45. If at all possible, there are 6 teams ready in the morning. Those teams on D4, they're in the pits. We're going to start at 7:45, and we're going to get those games running. We're starting no later than 8. If you're missing a person and that's the guy that you want to make things happen, you probably just going to play a point without him. Like,
yeah,
you have to know that you get those people in place and ready to go. D5 is a different, not D5. 5-man is a different beast. The strategy is different, and we can't.
Are you talking about D4, not D5? D4 is a different beast.
X-ball. I said 5-man. 5-man.
Yeah.
From 3-man to 5-man.
Oh yeah. 3-man to 5-man.
So, for those who are just playing their first 5-man event, like, just keep that in your mind, right? The strategy is a little bit different, and you have to adjust to that situation. But we're not going to hold anybody's hand. There have been previous issues where, we're going to stop the clock and wait for you to get on the gate and that kind of situation. Like, we can't have that happen. That's not fair to the other team who was ready. So we're going to get these games rolling. You have to be ready to go.
So there's no excuses. There's a giant screen we have for you guys. I'm going to tell you who's on deck, on the field. You have the schedule. Even if we're ahead schedule, we'll have printout schedules for you guys. You're going to hear your name at least 3 times before we start the game without you. So we're going to give you guys, call your name 3 times. If you don't show up, we'll start the clock. It sucks that you lose that point, but generally, learning this stuff is better than when you go to like a big national event. They're not going to wait for you either, and they're not going to tell you when you're on either. So you just got to show up on the time and get ready to play.
You have to be ready to play. Exactly.
So we're going to be a little more harsh in the 5-man than 3-man, because 3-man is more designed for the beginner players and stuff like that. But 5-man and X-ball, we want to get you guys ready for the big stuff.
Yep.
Let's move on to the prizes. Dave, you want to show off?
You talk about the prizes, and I will show them off.
All right. So, like we were saying before, the new belts are actually pretty big. So they're big. 2.0 really means 2.0. Really big. You guys seen a photo of them, but look at that. That's like your stomach. That covers a lot. If you show the old belt, Dave, with it.
Oh, it's difficult, but I can do it. Hold on. This is my belt, by the way.
Yeah. So see how small that is? That's the size of Dave's head, and then to that belt. So that's like 1.5.
I'm trying not to scratch it.
Yeah, don't scratch the bling. So D5 will get 5 belts. D5 will get 5 belts for first place, and then of course you'll get 8 medals for 8 people on your roster. So 5 belts, 8 medals. Second place will get 8 medals. Third place will get 8 medals, and then you get 5 prizes for each thing since it's 5-man. And what we thought was, since we were shocked on how many teams supported us, because we thought we were going to get less teams to sign up, we're going to throw in free entry for first place. So you get not only the 5 belts, so that's the prize. You guys are going to get a little more. So you get 5 belts plus free entry to the next event. All right. And then
it does not show up on the camera correctly, but that is black, like a black background. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before on some of our other belts. Mm-hmm. Just so you know what the situation is.
Yeah. And then of course you'll be playing for season prizes. So there's only for first, second, and third. So you'll only be playing for first, second, and third, but points do matter. So just because you guys are playing for third and fourth, make sure you play if you want the season prizes. So D5 season prizes is you either get a choice of, I think it's called Super Cup now, entry and 5 cases of paint for D5 5-man. So we'll cover your entry and 5 cases of paint for the Super Cup. If you don't end up wanting to travel to World Cup or Super Cup, you can opt out on that, cash that in, and you get $1,000 cash at the end of the year if you have a season champ.
So we have time to confirm this, but I think the format is you play any of the 6 events during the year and you get invited into the Champions Cup.
Okay.
I don't think you can just sign up kind of situation. So if that is indeed the situation, then it will be for the traditional World Cup, which is in Florida.
Yeah. So they're gonna do a World Cup and then the Super Cup. So I'd say World Cup. So the entry to World Cup, and then you guys either one to get in the Super. If, like I said, if you don't end up playing World Cup, we'll give you the option to take $1,000 cash for D5. So not only you guys get the choice of either playing World Cup or the cash. Moving on to D4 X Ball. So D4 X Ball gets the gold plates. So that's the gold version. It looks way better in person, and like I said, these belts are huge. They're bigger than the older belts. So D4 will get 8 belts plus 12 medals for the roster. So 8 belts for first, and then 12 medals for the total roster for players. And then second place, 12 medals, 8 prizes, and then third place, 12 medals, 8 prizes. And of course, the scores. And what although a surprise for this one is, this is the bonus, is you're going to get $500 cash on top of the 8 belts. So your team will get to take the cash home if you guys win first place. And then, of course, those again, make sure if you guys are still playing for third and fourth, make sure you play for it, because again, we will be paying for World Cup entry plus 10 cases of paint for D4 X Ball. And that's pretty expensive. I think it's probably going to be like $2,800 or $2,500 for World Cup entry, and you get 10 cases of paint. Now, if you are not playing, or if you won the same prize in another league, or your sponsor doesn't allow you to shoot GI paint, you can trade that in and get $2,000 in cash at the end of the season if you're the season champs.
Yep.
And then you can take that to pay for your hotels or a different type of paint or any of that stuff.
So
you can trade in your entry and the 10 cases of paint for $2,000. That's your choice.
Yeah. So when we talk about playing for third and fourth, we're referring to put it in perspective, the 2 teams that won last year for the season prize actually didn't win all first places. Now, of course, Malicious Intent won everything, but for D4 and D5, they didn't win first place, bam, 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 right? So those points actually add up and they mean something. So don't be in a situation where you go, oh, I'm not going to worry about it kind of situation, because you might kick yourself out of the running for that $2,000 or free entry to Cup.
Yeah. So, you can win that $2,000. So just because you didn't win first place 3 and all 3 events, you might have a high enough score to win that $2,000 cash. Yep. Plus now, like I said, we were shocked on how many teams signed up. Like me and Dave were talking about, we thought the turnout was going to be small because we weren't going to try it out and give you guys what you asked for. So that's why we threw the extra entry for D5 and cash for D4, just to give you guys a thank you from us. Again, if you guys want the cash option for playing, a higher rank, those in D5 want to try X Ball and try to win that cash prize, that's why D4 is we offer a little more, because it's a higher division.
Yep.
As for MVP trophies, so we are going to be doing MVP. You are going to be on the live stream. That's going to be awesome. We're going to have our awesome commentator Joey and a couple of guests like T again and Tony Shaw from Pro Edge Paintball. So we'll have commentators all weekend for you guys to listen to if you're not playing, or you guys are going to have family at home watching, and then it's going to be free on YouTube, so you can share it and watch it forever, as long as YouTube's going to be around. Forever. So you guys can either see how awesome you guys played or the mistakes you made, so you guys get ready for the next tournament.
All right. So I got something I wanna show.
Mm-hmm.
And even Richie don't know about this.
Oh, okay. Secrets here.
So these came in today.
Oh, all right. And so those are dry fits or cottons?
They're dry fits.
Oh, okay. So
They're
those are the
like
nice ones.
they're the nice dry fits. They're the
Yeah.
really like cool. Yeah, they're dope. Yeah, these
So
are awesome.
so right so right now I heard that we have limited stock on these, but we're working on how to either have them drop shipped or if you guys pre-order, we'll have them delivered to you. So if you guys don't want do want them and couldn't get them at the event, oh, even the red, that's dope. So those who do want them and couldn't get them at the event, we'll work out a pre-order or a drop ship system.
So dropship is available. We're working on getting it set up on the website. So if we either sell out at the event or you just you forgot about it, you ran off without getting one, you can purchase them and they'll just ship them directly to your house. Pretty awesome. Also, and the person who runs this is actually a paintball player as well. So
Yeah.
he's doing this real good. So
Yeah, he
in
knows.
addition to this red and black that we have here in stock, he will be offering some additional colors as well
Oh yeah.
on the website. So
Yeah, so be ready to have some HPS apparel out, some hoodies, some hats, stuff like that. We're gonna
apparently we got you. Did you get that too? I
yeah,
got a pre-order already.
yeah.
So
So hey, like I said, so big things are happening. The more you guys support us, the more we can give you guys. The best. That's what I'm saying is we can't thank you guys enough for everything you guys do just by playing the league. Me and Dave appreciate you guys enough. Like we don't even know how to thank you guys enough. So the more, if the next event, more teams sign up, the more we can give. So
yep.
just let you guys know that. And the smoother these events run, we can continue having 5-man. But 3-man is still our backbone. We can't forget about 3-man. So the 3-man will be announced on Monday.
Yes.
So we have a location.
Let's not say announced. Registration will open because we've had people like banging on our virtual door asking when registration opens. So registration will open on Monday.
Okay, so let's do a recap. First place for D5 is 5 belts and free entry to the next event.
Yep.
You'll get 8 medals, all through first and second and third. 5 prizes in each first, second, and third.
Yep.
And then D4 will be 8 belts and 12 medals and then 8 prizes for second and third, and then 500 cash on top of first place.
Yep.
And points do matter. Just because you came in 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th place, that points can save you. Our championship is double the points, so don't sleep on just because you had 25 points or whatever, how the point system works. That 25 points can put you over the edge and win. Because
exactly.
So as for those winners, that 2 cases was Gangster. Don't forget to pick that up at the gate. And then who won the Spire IR2?
Dylan Wilmot.
Dylan Wilmot, right?
Yeah,
so we also sent out emails. Make sure the captain is in charge of giving that information in that email to you guys. That's the rules, what you guys need to bring and stuff like that. And then let's go to photographers. So how are we handling that right now, Dave?
Very, very manually. So reach out to us either on our Facebook Messenger or our
Instagram
text phone number.
phone number.
Let me double check that. It's an 832-706. 832. Oh, stop it. 832,
Yep.
sorry, 409-7926. I know it was a 7 in there somewhere.
Yes.
832-409-7926. The photographer has to have a APPA profile. It has to have a picture. It has to already be uploaded. Message us directly. It is $50 for the year. And that person does not need to be on your roster. They do not need to be on your roster. So message me with the APPA number, and we get you set up and taken care of that way.
Yeah, but there's photographer rules. They cannot cross the 50, and
Yep.
they cannot point at the opposing team's thing. So I say in check in, the photographer has to sign the teams they are taking photos of.
Yep.
So that's the safest way. So there's any cheating, we will be looking at photographers for cheating, and then your team will be penalized for that. So like I said, if you're gonna play the gray area, you get away with it 1 or 2 times, but eventually you'll get caught. And then don't get mad at us that we caught you. We catch you, caught you.
We gonna get you.
We'll catch you. You're gonna be on a live stream, so don't get embarrassed.
Well, we've called hits from up top before, so
yeah,
it's gonna continue to happen. So, but yeah, that is pretty much that situation for the photographer. $50 a year for the year, and then we do have rules. We'll probably have a small photographer meeting before we get started, just so that everybody understands the rules. And if a referee asks you to get off the field, stop taking pictures and get off the field.
Yeah. All right. As for our giveaway, we have 141 subscribers. Let's hit that 500 so I can give away a gun. So tell your friends, all your friends to watch us live this weekend. Like I said, we have Joey, great commentator. We'll have some guests. I think we just got a message from Josh Taylor, plays for Pro Edge Factory. He's going to be a guest there. Tony Shaw from Pro Edge Paintball's shop is going to do it. T, I think he's going to stop by. We might have a few more. We'll work it in there. Hopefully this live stream is going to make you guys excited about paintball again. And we're working on some future stuff to make the live stream even better. So we're talking about putting logos for teams. So if you guys have your logos, we'll figure out how to put your logo up there when you're playing, so your family members or friends can see that you're playing and stuff like that.
Yep.
And maybe we'll have some cooler shots because we're working on newer camera systems and stuff like that. So bigger, better things coming.
Knowing Richie, he'll have a drone at 20,000 feet taking pictures of people playing paintball or something like that.
Military grade drones.
Military grade.
But yeah, thank you guys. I know we couldn't come and talk to you guys directly, but if you guys have any questions, like again, message us on our Facebook Messenger, Instagram comments, or the Dave's phone number. He loves that.
Sure don't. Text only. I don't even answer that thing. Text only.
Yeah, it's a texting program. I think the calls won't even work. I don't think so.
It goes to.
But other than that, so again, recap: the rules are emailed out to your captains or whoever owns the team. Make sure your captain sends it out to you guys. Also, the prizes again. D5 is belts, 8 belts. No, not 8 belts. D5 is 5 belts and free entries to the next event. And then for D4, it's 8 belts and $500 cash.
Yep.
So. Again, paint is $55 a case for cash, and if you want to use card, it's $60.
Yep.
We're gonna figure out if they're gonna try to charge another fee or something like that. We're trying to figure out how to get that waived. So it should be $60 flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
Thank you guys again. Subscribe if you haven't. Tell your family about it. Houston, Texas Paintball Series on YouTube. That's where our live stream will be. If you go to our new website, it's HoustonPaintballSeries.com.
Yep.
Dave, how do you spell
that? HO paintballseries.com.
Yeah, it's HoustonPaintballSeries.com. That's a new website. It has all the Facebook posts, all the Instagram posts, any live updates, all the rules, how to register on APPA, and anything else. All our sponsors.
It goes over the rules. It's a sponsor page. So if you click on it, it goes directly to their webpage. We're gonna soon have the link up so you can do the drop ship for the shirts and stuff like that. It's got our recent Facebook posts. It's got our Instagram posts on there, and then it'll have the access where you can just go to YouTube to watch us on YouTube.
Yeah. So I think that should be it. We've been on here pretty long.
But we
let
started.
you guys get ready for this weekend. Again, the layout will be fixed. Apologize to all that. We weren't at the fields for both weekends when the layout was actually up to check it. But we had some people look at it and the layout's a little off, so we'll have it fixed for sure Saturday morning.
Yep.
If not fixed before that. So we'll make sure everything's correct for you guys. We want a great event. We want to thank you guys for supporting us and continue supporting us. The more you support us, the more we can give back to you guys. So thank you.
Have a
And
good
thank you to our sponsors, ProEdgePaintball.com, of course, ProEdge Paintball, PB.com, all your paintball needs. On Pixel Audio, visual for the screens, the live stream, just great stuff he does for us behind the scenes. All our fields, Texas Legends Paintball, Paintball Zone South, TXR, and a new field sponsor. It's Splat Zone in Houston. We'll have the address up for that. And then all our other sponsors, GI, Empire, Greg Polly for all the great paint he sends us.
Yep.
Titan Signs for all our signs. Gangster Paintball for giving us the certificates to give to you guys for first, second, and third.
Yep. Who else
Weapons.
do we?
Weapons for all our rep jerseys, flags for 3-man, some of our banners.
And Undisputed Belts that makes our belts.
Show that belt again. So Undisputed Belts. And thank you guys again. Can't say it enough. Look at those, dude. We're gonna make a one-on-one belt. I'm gonna take it from you.
He just wants the new belt. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, dude, it's big. It's whoever watched wrestling back in the day, WCW, Goldberg.
Please stop.
That's the size of Goldberg's belt. If you guys remember Goldberg or the champion
Stop
belt,
dating yourself, sir. Stop dating yourself, sir.
Dating myself.
Dating.
All right, guys. Thank you. We'll call it a night. We'll see you guys early Saturday and Sunday. Make sure you guys show up in time. We will start without you. 5-man is going to be a whole different beast, and we're not going to actually hold your hands. 3-man will be a little more lenient because there's still a lot of new players learning. For 5-man, you guys played enough tournaments to understand what 5-man's about or X-Ball is about.
So for the 5th time, we'll see you guys later. See you this weekend.